That is a photo of wide receiver Danny Amendola for the New England Patriots scoring a touchdown in a win against the Miami Dolphins. I thought that the picture would be applicable, just considering what the title of the video is. And, many of you guys who have seen my reaction videos for some of the television shows that I cover know that I wear Patriots gear as a diehard Patriots fan. Actually, I was able to snag an old poster that has their first 3 Super Bowl championship. It's like ticket stubs. Pretty cool. And right now, the top trend on Twitter is Danny Amendola. And I'm like, well, why is that? And he has signed with the Dolphins. The one person who I was thinking maybe Nate Solder. I thought Dion Lewis and Amendola of the free agents. I was like, all right, it's unlikely. Amendola has said, obviously it's the same response most players give. We'll see what happens. But he's vocalized that he wants to stay in New England. He has said that. He was just at Bryant University a few weeks ago, actually. I'm not sure if any of you who know the New England higher education, but he was actually there. I'm going to minimize this image. I can't even look at it right now. He was there just giving a talk, and people got pictures with him, and obviously because he's a big part of New England, but now he's part of Miami, at least for 2 years. But, they'll either extend his contract or, hell, he could end up possibly leaving and then coming back to the Patriots. But that's honestly wishful thinking. At this point, I just don't know. I mean, well, to be fair, Martellus Bennett, who is a tight end, you'll remember he won Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots last year. He almost caught the game-winning touchdown in overtime, but a pass interference call that was involved with him set up the goal line. And then on 1st and goal, Brady tried to lob a pass to him in the back of the end zone, and it was almost picked. That was when Beasley Jr. got a hand on it. And then, of course, after that, they tossed it to James White, and they run in for the touchdown. But yeah, so Martellus Bennett, he was having all these problems with the Green Bay Packers, and regarding some things that he did not disclose about his health. I'm not aware of the full story, but then they took him back. But I guess that's irrelevant now because he's out again. He played like 1 or 2 games with the Patriots after coming back, so they let him go, and then he came back, and then he left again. According to some rumblings, the Bennett brothers were actually trying to play on the Patriots together via deals, but just didn't work out. But anyway, not to get too off topic, Amendola is an integral part of the Patriots, and especially of recent games. If you're talking like the AFC Championship game, that was clutch Amendola. I mean, everyone. It's funny in the Tom versus Time documentary, the last episode that recently came out, episode 6. He talks about, he's talking to Gronkowski on a phone in his car, and he's like, dude, how does Danny Amendola keep getting so good in the playoffs? And yeah, he steps up his performance in critical moments, and he had 2 touchdowns at the end of that game, including an acrobatic touchdown where his feet kind of scraped the end of the end zone before he went out of bounds to seal that touchdown and preserve the victory over the Jaguars that were putting up a fight. And that was when Gronkowski was out of the game after that helmet hit, and they needed a receiver to step up to the plate. And you had Cooks with some deep balls, but then you also had Amendola driving in the touchdowns. So, and then let's not forget, in Super Bowl 51, one of the first couple of plays of overtime when Brady threw the ball and it went over Falcons defender, and Danny caught it like right over the shoulder, and went out of bounds. I remember the commentators were calling it a disgustingly sick play, and I'm just like, yeah, he throws it right to him, just kind of a little lob, just right over, just ball placement, everything perfect. Obviously, that's on Brady's throwing ability, but just Amendola comes up, man, as a wide receiver, he comes up with it, and I'm just really surprised that he didn't get re-signed, and I'm going to be even more devastated if Dion Lewis and Nate Solder leave as well. Malcolm Butler, the guy who actually I don't have the jersey here with me today, but I have the jersey. I have worn it in my videos in the past. Seems like with all the drama that happened during the Super Bowl, he's probably not going to return, so I'll probably have to keep that jersey away, or maybe just get a Brady jersey for myself that I've kind of wanted for a while anyway. So yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. The Patriots, there's just a lot of shakeups. And then also, Gronkowski has been teetering on the edge of a freaking cliff. Do I retire? Do I not retire? I mean, he took that big hit, and his body has just been destroyed over the course of his career. I mean, what was that one season where, he hurt his back, tore his ACL? I mean, he's had injuries all over the place. He had the back surgery last season. He wasn't even able to play, but he still got a ring for, being there. He was there for the first games. I think, it was the game against Seattle he got hit. He got hurt, and then he was out for the season. So, yeah, oh my God. It's kind of crushing, and I'm just hoping that the Patriots can keep it together. I mean, there's just been so in just terms of news, of course, with the Patriots, of course, it being the dynasty, probably, currently one of the best football teams, despite their loss to the Eagles. Brady's still throwing for 500-plus yards. I say that game was lost because of drama on the defense, and just Belichick trying to outsmart the Eagles with some shakeup of how his defense was lined up and how they played, and they just couldn't put it together. Just couldn't put it together. Now, yes, I know Brady didn't catch that pass that was thrown to him, and then Brandon Cooks tried to high hurdle over a defender and then was standing in the middle of the field, just kind of standing there uncertain, and then he gets clocked by an Eagles player and he's out of the game. So, I know there were some problems on offense, but I think you can say that 41 points put up by the freaking Eagles is a bit of a problem in terms of the defense. So many they just couldn't hold the Eagles on third down. Every time it was third down, late into the game, I was like, oh, they're probably going to give it up because they've been giving it up all game. And sure enough, just, either whether it was Zach Ertz or Ajayi or our former player, Blunt, just freaking Napoleon Dynamite, a.k.a. Nick Foles, a.k.a. Napoleon Dynamite, was somehow carving up the defense. A defense that was able to hold off the explosive offense of Atlanta. Granted, I know that there were some different players. You had Hightower, who was a major loss. I honestly think things would have been a little different if Hightower was still there. He is a great linebacker, and that's another person. Some of the injuries this past season with Edelman, Hightower, and then Hogan was out for a couple games. Obviously Gronk, it was uncertain if he was even going to play in the Super Bowl with that concussion. So yeah, a lot of uncertainties. Just for the organization, there was all that drama of Josh McDaniels, whether he was going to leave or not, and then he stayed at the last minute. Matt Patricia's out, so either they're going to go without the defensive coordinator, or they're going to try to find another one, take someone off the sidelines of the bench that they've been dealing with, who's been working pretty close with Bill Belichick. So I don't know. I mean, this year started with people talking the whole drama with Jimmy G and the fight between Brady, Kraft, and Belichick, and just people thinking that the trade with Garoppolo, there was some deeper meaning to it. And hell, the Patriots ignored that. They won the divisional and the AFC championship, and I seriously thought they were on to winning their 6th Super Bowl. And just a few problems cost them. And now I just hope that leftover aftertaste, that bad aftertaste, is not costing them some of their star players, and these are iconic players of the Patriots. And Danny, I mean, 5 seasons, I don't know. The thing is, I know that Brady does amazing no matter who his weapons are. And you have Edelman coming back. I think, we still have Brandon Cooks. Gronkowski, he's been practicing in the TB12 facility recently, so, why would he be working out if he was just going to hightail it and leave and retire? I hope not. I mean, he's arguably the best tight end in the league. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, you guys aren't used to hearing football from me. I'm usually talking about The Walking Dead or different video game stuff, but diehard Patriots fan was really heartbroken by their loss to the Eagles. It was a game they should have won. Like, if I'm looking at Super Bowl 51 and they lose to the Falcons, I'm like, okay, Matt Ryan's offense was explosive. There's just so many guys to cover. They're just a really insane team. Okay, fine, I understand that. They have that amazing comeback, and then the following year they struggle against, and it was funny because Brady really wasn't. He was carving up the Eagles defense almost as much as Nick Foles was carving up the Patriots defense. So this game was like, some people said it was like basketball. I mean, one team runs down, scores, the other team runs down, scores. How many times did the Patriots punt in this entire game? Most of the time they were going for field goal attempts or touchdowns. So just crazy, really crazy. And I don't know. I hope, obviously, the Patriots are unique in that, the AFC East, what's their real competition? They're usually facing the Jets. They're usually facing, the Dolphins. Now, the Patriots are going to be playing against Amendola this next season. They're a Division East rival, and will that give problems? I mean, the Patriots lost to the Dolphins once this past season and then beat them. So they lost to them when they played the Dolphins away, and then they won the game at home. I don't know. It really depends who the final roster is by the end of the year. And I know free agency and things can change, and this is early, but the decision kind of shocked me, and that's why I'm making this video and just wanted to put it out for you guys. And yeah, just kind of crazy, man. I really wish Amendola didn't leave, but he did leave, and these things happen. Again, what I've been seeing all this crazy news of players being traded left and right, and there was rumors Richard Sherman might be with the Patriots, and then he accepted the 49ers. So now Jimmy G and Sherman are together. I think the Patriots got one player, a defensive player, off the Cleveland Browns to replace Alan Branch, because Alan Branch is gone, and they replaced him with that. I forget the guy's name that they got from the Browns, but I don't know, man. I'm really hoping. I mean, I would, of course, love to see the Patriots get to Super Bowl 53. I mean, what's their competition other than the Steelers were almost their competition this year, and then they choked to the Jaguars, and then we almost choked to the Jaguars. I don't know. It's probably going to be another Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Ravens, holy shit, they choked. They were going to be in the playoffs in the wild card at least, and then choked to the freaking Bengals. Yeah. Wow. I remember, it was like I remember seeing that. It was like a 4th and 13, and the guy got a touchdown out of it, and it sent the Bills to the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Of course, they lost to the Jaguars, but still, it was a pretty incredible feat for them because they haven't been in a very long time. So, obviously, again, Tom Brady's going to be playing. It's just, that's another thing. Like, I'm really hoping that the Patriots get at least one more Super Bowl victory, because I would like to see Tom at least get one more. I would like to see them tie the Steelers for the most Super Bowls ever. Obviously, Tom Brady by himself has 5, and he has the most of any quarterback. Okay, but I don't know. I was really hoping to finally shut up the Steelers fans and say, hey, we now are tied for the most Super Bowls. I mean, we're already tied with the 49ers and the Cowboys for 5, but that was with different quarterbacks. So to have them all in the 21st century with one, it's pretty damn significant. So yeah, that's it. Don't want to ramble on too long. I just kind of bummed about Amendola. If any Patriot fans feel differently, maybe write in the comments, what was your favorite play of Amendola's? And again, mine is a tie between the AFC Championship game a few weeks ago when he got that acrobatic catch that put the Patriots up 24-20, where he had to get that second foot down before going out of bounds to secure the touchdown. And then it's a tie between that and then in Super Bowl 51 in overtime when he caught that over-the-shoulder pass by Brady. So those were my two highlights of Amendola's time with the Patriots. And even in Super Bowl 52, he had some really... I saw Amendola sitting out there in the middle of the field all by himself, and he was coming up just as clutch in Super Bowl 52, despite the fact that they lost. So... and it sucks because that is literally his last game with the Patriots. So, oh well. Maybe there's other players. I know that the Packers just released one of their really decent wide receivers. I'm not sure if the Patriots are going to have the money to buy him out, but that's been a trend as well as Amendola. So both the Packers and the Patriots have lost two of their star wide receivers. Let's hope it doesn't keep happening. So... that's about it from me. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later. Peace.